What's going on, you guys? Brother from Maui. Today is Monday Motivational. Your motivational quote for this Monday, January 12th, 2026 is, I deserved a better version of myself. You can put your name or you can put myself. So for me, I would put, I deserved a better version of Ray. So growing up, if you don't know me, I was always bullied. I was picked on last for anything, even though I kind of was decent at most things like kickball, basketball, volleyball, football, flag football. You know, I wasn't always, like awkward or, not bad at it, but I was just always picked last because for some reason, I guess people rather pick somebody else over me. But, I prove them wrong when we play and, they're like, oh, shoot. I would see them. I would see that. And once the bell rings for go back class after recess or lunch recess, I would see and hear, oh, Ray, sorry, we should have picked you first. Or we should have picked you sooner. So, I didn't let it get to me. But when things start to go south, as of when I got to middle school, so basically sixth grade, things started to get worse. You know, you figure you make friends with people, you figure you make the best of friends with anybody. You be there for them, you help them with schoolwork, homework, whatever. Wrong idea for me. This continued all the way throughout high school, through trade school, everywhere I went, no matter where I went. So then that's when it caught up to me. If you don't know me, you don't know my journey. I went through mental health from as young as I can remember. I didn't let it get to me, but when I did let it get to me, it got to the point where I did something I wasn't supposed to have done, I shouldn't have done, but it allowed me back in September of 2011 to get the help that I needed. The true professional medical help. For the first time, I told myself I need to go get help. It wasn't easy. It was never gonna be easy. As I've always stated in many videos, if you followed me for a long time, that it was never easy for me to go get the help that I needed and so desperately needed. But since I did that tail end of 2011, I finally found my true self. I finally found who I was meant to be. Even if I'm still trying to accomplish certain goals here and there, I'm still trying to accomplish, peaks of mountains I want to climb and everything. I still want to be where I want to be at still yet. But I've still accomplished so much since that, and then since that one night I, snapped and almost nearly lost my life. Nearly did something so dumb that some family members like my mom would have been struggling to not have her oldest, not have her only boy around anymore. I'm basically scarring those who I had in my life at the time who was actually pretty close to me. We're not as close now because I'm just respectful, If they have a family, they're married, I don't bother. I tell them, don't worry about it. We can meet up when we can, Especially that some of them and most of them are not even living in Hawaii anymore. Wonder why? But since then, I've only grown so much. Sometimes I do take steps backwards, but since then I've taken long strides. I've taken huge jumps. I've climbed multiple peaks of mountains, but like I said, there's still more that I want to accomplish. But my biggest one was last year. If you don't know, well, I guess now I'll tell you. Last year was one of my biggest accomplishments in finally getting, I guess you can say, the car slash truck slash SUV of my dreams. It finally happened. It finally happened. All the hard work I've done over the years since I could even say I did work, even if it wasn't a real job or, how you say, fully employed job. But I finally got my dream truck recently. And although it killed me to get rid of this car, because I have so much sentimental value with it and everything, and if you know, then it was hard. It was really heartbreaking, But the biggest thing was not the car salesperson who sold me the truck, but the person who was, I guess, waiting for me to empty out my car, make sure I had everything. was really being a jackass, and it really hit me in a spot where I was felt like a jolt, and I felt like a knife to the back. Even though he didn't know me, I wouldn't say it diminished my mental health a bit, but he kind of did, because the fact he said what he said. Oh, who is he? What is he doing? Why is he taking forever to take everything out of this car or whatever? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you know. And I asked my car salesperson, you know, can I take a couple pictures with it before I head out? He's like, yeah, of course. But when the other car salesperson did what he did, it kind of made me have so much PTSD, so much trauma come flushing back, you know, when people used to say shit about me. But getting back on track, because that's another time for another story. As always, if you want to know more, then just let me know. You know, I want to help people, be able to help them know that they can overcome a lot of obstacles in their life, a lot of negativity, a lot of people who claim they're better than you because they did it first. So basically, what I'm trying to say to you guys, or anybody in this who sees this video, you can be a better version of yourself. You can go through trials and tribulations. You can go through speed bumps. You can go through things that is gonna knock you down, because life is gonna knock you down, no matter what. If you know me, Sylvester Stallone, who played Rocky Balboa in the Rocky movies and a little bit of Creed, then you know this quote has helped me through a lot. It's helped me through many times where I just wanted to do what like I said before. I wanted to just let life knock me down and keep me down on my knees. If you haven't seen this quote, or you haven't seen Rocky Balboa, or you haven't just looked up these kind of quotes, or you need motivational quotes, or you need someone to help you, I can do the best I can in suggesting quotes, or you know, like I said, just looking at this one quote in general. If you know, you know. If not, just look up Rocky Balboa quotes. Because this world is going to be cruel. It's going to get colder and more crueler and more insane to live in. But we don't let it get back and knock us down. I don't let it knock me down anymore. I don't let nobody knock me down anymore. Because what I do is continue to fight and be the better version of myself when I was back in 2011. When I was back in high school. When I was back in middle school. Elementary. Because you know who benefits from the better version of yourself? Is you, your family, your loved ones. If you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you have a fiance, you have kids, or if you even have kids that's not even yours, or you just have that circle or small circle of loved ones, friends, or whoever. That's who deserves the better version of yourself. But mostly yourself. Be the better version of yourself. Because the only person who's going to benefit it really actually first is you. Because if you can love you, you can love yourself. If you can love yourself, you can love somebody else. If you can believe in yourself, other people will believe in you. Remember, just love yourself, you get loved. You believe in yourself, other people will believe. When you want to start a movement like I'm trying to start one, eventually people will follow. Eventually people will see the message that you're trying to get across to people. So remember today's motivational quote. I deserve the better version of myself. So for, like I said, in this case, I deserve the better version of Ray. Take care, you guys. Have a safe, blessed week. Have a safe, blessed day. This is Brother Ray from Always signing out, guys. Aloha. Shehu. Yes, sir.